The Big Show with Night and Day. Barista-made coffee just the way you love it from $4.50.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Well, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon. It's the 7th of May, 2024, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. And you'll notice there are only two voices.
What's that about, Jase?
Yeah, well, no Mogi today, unfortunately.
Man.
And I don't want to suggest for a minute that he's freaking out about the gig tomorrow night, but I'm going to suggest it anyway. What are your thoughts on it?
What? To be honest, this is exactly what I'm thinking as well. If he is also not here tomorrow,
yes.
If this sickness that he has is looking like it's flaring up or whatever, I'm not taking it. Although it is nice to know that we've got Pugsan on hand who's got a great set ready to go for tomorrow night's Comedy Fest, if needed.
With this little chef's hat there.
Yeah,
he does a
teppanyaki thing. It's excellent.
And the rubber joeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, it was interesting, actually, because... You know, Mogi's been playing it very cool, very casual, Keyzie. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm just going to wing it. But what I think has happened is he's had a massive panic attack and he's gone, God, I can't wing it. So I need to take the day off and just hone it to perfection, all these gags, you know, and probably plagiarise some gags as well, just so that he's the best on the night. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that he does need to be the best on the night. But I think you're right. He's realised, shit, I'm not the funny one on the Big Show. That's Keyzie. I can't just pull a set out like he did, you know? So I think he is freaking out. I think you'll obviously fall back on some old, probably badly aged gags, so you'll get through.
Yeah. But I did tell you a few of my gags that I did back in the day that would be highly inappropriate now.
Can you tell the audience that one right now?
I cannot tell the audience that one right now. Highly, highly inappropriate. But of course, the gig tomorrow night. Hey, massive show still ahead. Your chance to win some cash. A bit of comedy festival chat. Yes, Keyzie.
Well, your Wage Against the Machine still happening at 4:30. Also, listen out for the 25 grand fiddler. If you hear a song with some fiddle in it, call 0800 Hodaki. If you are caller number 100, $1,000 is all yours.
Too good. In the meantime, here's Lynyrd Skynyrd.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
She-Hunt there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 14 minutes past 4 o'clock. If you're just joining us, no Mogi today. Keyzie.
Yeah, he's pulled a sickie 2 days before our comedy show.
Yeah.
Which is, well, to be fair, I expected it, which is why we did ask Pugsan to have a set ready to go for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And he's fizzing at the bit to actually potentially have a crack at that.
Incidentally, by the way, you might have been distracted by the fact that there's no Mogi today. Did you notice anything different about me, Keyzie?
You've got one of your old hoodies back on.
Yeah, well, one of my old hoodies, yeah.
It's like when Pugs gave you that new hat and then you stopped wearing it straight away.
Well, because I got a bit of a headache. Because he's got a massive head. I've only got a little bit, you know.
Little tiny one, yeah. New haircut?
It's not a new haircut. It's one that my wife gave me over the weekend. What do you think? Because, you know, you guys give me a lot of jip about my filthy cap. I thought today, no, I'm gonna display the bastard.
I love it. I think that you look far better with your hair out. You've got a sick, like, shaved on the sides, but almost what's it called? Is it not a mohawk, but there's a term for it.
Yeah, well, kind of like a mohawk.
Like slick back.
That's the idea of it anyway.
Very cool.
Yeah, what's happened to your hair?
Oh, I'm getting a haircut. This is a hilarious story. You ready for this?
You're going to do it on the show tomorrow night?
No. I was going to. I drove to the hairdressers today.
Yes.
Sorry, the barbers. Got there and they were like, oh, you're booked in for tomorrow. And then I was like, tomorrow? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, what time? And they told me the time. And I was like, well, I can't do that time tomorrow. And they were like, oh, so what are we going to do? And so we cancelled it.
Right, okay. Yeah, because I'm looking at your hair. That's at least a 2-day job.
Jase, you can't walk in here with some half-ass haircut your wife has given you and then have a go at my lid.
Well,
right?
I'm just saying, you know. But listen, weird thing happened to me today.
Was it a strange encounter of the Hoyt kind?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Strange encounters of the Hoity kind.
This is something that you're going to have to get used to when your career starts to take off, Keyzie. Like when you're a top radio DJ like Hoity J,
right?
I get recognised a lot. So
really?
Whatever it's a supermarket or I'm in the street or in town or whatever, people, Hoity J.
Oh, I loved you in Labyrinth.
Yeah, Hoity J. Jase, you legend. Yeah. Oh, Hoity J, God, he's a legend.
Really, they say that
all the time. And I was in the chemist today. trying to find some rubber joeys because there's just none around at the moment. I don't know if you found that too, Keyzie.
Well, of course I found that. Pug's just taken all of them.
Rubber joeys. But anyway, this is a true story. And then behind me I hear someone go, Jase. And I was like, oh. And I turned around and there was a dude staring at me. And he went, oh my God, it is you.
Wow.
And I had that moment of going, now, is this guy a fan? Or is this someone that genuinely knows me? And just by the timbre of his voice, Keyzie, I went, oh, I think he actually knows me.
Right.
And so I didn't, and that was the opportunity for me to go, sorry, what's your, hey, man? But I didn't do that. I went, oh, g'day, buddy. Like I knew him as well.
You just have to get in there straight away, right?
Which I didn't do.
Yes.
And then I found myself in a situation, and he said, like, how are the wife and kids? And I went, he actually knows me. And he was genuinely stoked to see me. And he was like, how's it going? You know, what are you up to? What have you been going? How long's it been since I've seen you? And I was like, Jeez, mate. He's like, it'll be at least 10 years. And I was like, totally, man, totally.
Far out. So what'd you do?
Well, it was one of those situations where I had to keep bluffing because I knew that if I said to him, sorry, mate, I actually don't know who you are, he would have been devastated. He would have been genuinely upset. Yeah. So I just had to play dumb the whole time.
Well, that comes naturally to you, which is good. 3483, what would you do in that situation, New Zealand? What do you do? Actually, that reminds me, my wife said she saw you today.
Did she?
She went to the chemist.
Oh, shit.
She didn't have any makeup on or anything. You maybe might not have recognised her, though.
Oh, no, I see her all the time like that, Keyzie.
Oh, you do? Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Usually, well, if she is wearing makeup, it's just running mascara, you know, because she's in tears.
Yeah. So good. Here's Blur.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, the cult there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 25 minutes past 4 o'clock.
Jase, you're an experienced fella.
Yes, I am, yeah.
You know, you've seen it all, you've done it all.
Pretty much, Keyzie.
This morning, my wife and I...
my wife!
We decided to try our hands at something we've never done before. Muck in, you know, get hands on. Edging.
Yeah, boy.
You know about edging?
Well, it's funny you should bring that up because I suggested that to her as something that you might want to try, yeah.
Right, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because it was her idea for us to do it.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So we spent the morning doing that, probably 3 hours.
Well, that's the great thing about edging.
Yeah.
Is that you can spend an hour, you can spend a morning.
Yeah.
The best edging is spending the whole day edging. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the best results at the end of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Because once you sort of start, once you're in the rhythm of things,
yes,
then you just want to keep going.
Yeah.
And that's certainly how I felt today. But the annoying thing, well, it's not annoying. I love doing it, but you got to stop edging and then come into work. You know what I mean? So you have to stop.
Well, what you can do is you can edge for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Go and do work, and you'll find you got a lot of energy because of the edging.
Then come back.
And then come back and carry on with the edging.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're edging.
I used to edge sometimes all weekend long.
Far out, really?
Yeah. And the end result was just spectacular.
Yeah, well, because we're doing it in the backyard.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, fill your boots, I say. Go for it.
Then it's just made everything look...
I mean, this is the great thing about edging. You can do it wherever you want to do it, Keyzie.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it costs a fortune in timber.
Pardon?
The amount of timber I've got to purchase for my garden edging.
Oh.
What?
Oh, right. Yeah, that edging. Yeah.
Oh, what? What were you talking about?
Oh, just, actually go on the interweb there, Keyzie, and just look up edging.
Okay, I'll do that. All right.
Probably Pornhub's your best answer for that one.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Do what they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you.
It's time to wage against the machine.
Winning in the game of.
Oh, yes, indeed. Let's give away some cash. Josh, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Good on you, mate. What do you do for a crust, Josh?
I'm a lovely auto Sparky.
Backbone.
I love that auto Sparky stuff, Josh.
Yeah, zapping stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
Multi-tools, eh, Josh?
Yes, yep.
Yeah, so good, man.
What did you say, Keyzie?
Multi-tool.
Oh, yeah, totes. Hey,
And all are good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ohms.
Josh, the wage today is $50 an hour, mate.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. You know how the game goes. You hold on for as long as you can, and when you reach the end of your limit, you say stop, so that the machine doesn't devour you. Are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right, Josh, let's do this.
Here we go.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours. 5 hours.
Yeah, stop.
Oh, 5 hours.
5 hours? 250.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's pretty good, Josh. Free cash, man. Come on.
I reckon.
Good
Big
stuff.
old dollop of cash for you there, Josh, courtesy of our mates at Super Liquor. Should we have a listen, Jason, just see how far he could have gone?
Yeah, sure, man.
6 hours. 7 hours.
Yeah, nice work, Josh. Nice work. 5 out of the 7. Well done.
Thanks, fella.
Good
No
on
worries
you,
at all, mate. We'll hand you over to Pugson there in Studio B, all right? He'll look after you.
Awesome, thank you.
Is that coming out of your account today, Keyzie?
No,
or
that's
is
the
that...
Fiddler.
Oh, no, you're in the Fiddler. So
Yes.
is that Mogi does this one?
No, so Super Liquor does this one.
Oh, okay.
And cheers to them.
Yes.
And then the Fiddler, we take turns paying $1,000 each.
Yeah, by the way, keep your ears out for the 25 grand Fiddler. That could happen at any moment.
Good point. Keep your ears out. Don't put them away. All right, leave them out.
Nice work there, Keyzie. Here's Tame Impala.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. You too. There on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:47. Incidentally, if you're just joining us for the first time, no Mogi today. He'll be back tomorrow for the Big Show.
Yeah, he will. And also don't forget, 3483 is the number to text. Every text throughout the show, doesn't matter what it is, in the draw for $50 night and day vouchers. So it's worth doing. Jase, I need some advice.
Sure, man.
This time it's not DIY advice for my garden.
Yeah.
Last night, 10 o'clock, my wife and I went to bed, right?
Yeah, I know.
No, wait, what do you mean you know?
Doesn't matter, Keyzie.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock, we go to bed. Now, I'll just rewind things a bit. Earlier, at about 8:30, she had made us a lovely dinner. It was a salad with, like, pork belly.
And bit of pork mince.
And no pork mince, just pork belly. I minced it up with my mouth.
Yeah,
so that
yeah,
way
no,
it still
you
felt...
masticated
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So it still felt like mince. And the idea of the meal was you don't have any carbs or anything with it. It's just your protein and your salad.
Sure.
And it's meant to be good for you or something. I can't remember.
And yet you still had a midnight steamer.
Jase.
Sorry, Keyzie. Respect the storyteller.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. What are you doing? And then so that's great. Had this delicious meal in bed at 10. 11 o'clock, my wife is fast asleep. I am starving because we've had this half-assed meal with no real shit in it. You know what I mean? It's just half-assed, like a few spinach leaves and a bit of pork belly.
Yeah.
I then remember that I've got a full packet of cheese balls in the cupboard.
Oh, no.
So slippers on, well, not slippers because I'm not weird, but socks on, tracky pants, hoodie, sneak out of the room, get the cheese balls, pour half a bowl's worth, half a bag's worth,
Sure, yes.
go into the lounge, start watching stuff on YouTube. Literally 10 minutes later, I'm back into the kitchen and I am tipping the rest of the bag into the bowl.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's 11:30. Despite the fact that I went to bed at 10 o'clock at night, it's now 11:30 and I've eaten an entire bag of cheese balls.
I'm hearing you, Keyzie.
What do I do to get out of this, man?
Look, man, I'll be honest with you. I've had a lot of addiction problems in my life.
Right.
A lot of addiction problems. And the cheese ball is so insidious.
Right.
You know what? You started off at a party and there'll be a bowl of cheese balls.
Yeah.
And you'll have a couple and you go, oh, they're tasty.
Grab it by the fistful.
Yeah. You know, but you don't sort of think too much about it. But you've been touched by the cheese ball at this point.
Yeah, and then you're in the supermarket
And then you
see
find
them.
yourself in the supermarket going,
Yeah.
oh my God, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
buying bags of cheese balls. I reached the point with the cheese balls where it got so bad that my mate, there was an intervention with me.
Oh, wow.
Like, I mean, I was literally crawling around the house and there's empty cheese ball packets everywhere, like sniffing the bags and licking the bags.
So sort of like Pug Son is with Rubber Joey's.
Rubber
You're like that with cheese balls.
I was
oh
like
my
that
gosh.
with cheese balls. And in the end, a couple of mates came round because they hadn't heard from me for a little while. And there was Hoity J, butt naked on the couch, covered in cheese dust.
Oh, was that your rock bottom?
That was my rock bottom, man. That was absolutely my... And as I say, I've been through a lot of addictions, but the cheese balls were the worst.
Worse than Durries.
And whatever... Well, I'm still with them. What ended up happening is that they had to take me out to a cabin in the woods.
Wow, okay.
And, with like 10 litres of water.
Yeah.
And just lock me in there and just let me sweat it out.
For how long?
Oh, about 4 or 5 days it took for me to be broken.
Right.
And every day, this is a little secret that people don't know about me, I have to go into the chemist and have a little dish of twisties just to sort of...
Oh, they prescribe it.
Yeah, they prescribe twisties for me so that I can, I take those.
Yeah.
It gives me what I need and it's all good. But, mate, good on you for reaching out. That's the first step, brother.
Yeah, right. Because I was just going to tell my wife not to get them from the supermarket anymore.
Oh, it's much worse than that, Keyzie.
Oh, God, okay.
And you've still got a bit of cheese dust in your motor.
Oh, do I?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Radiohead there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 5 minutes to 5 o'clock.
If you head along to the Hodaki Big Show's social pages, whether it's the Hodaki page on Facebook or the Big Show on Instagram, you will see that video of myself, Hoity J and Mogi testing out the new Mitsubishi Triton going on an off-road adventure. This is your last week to get yourself in the draw to win that exact experience. Text Triton to 3483 and you could take the brand new Triton, the new King of the Beasts, out on an off-road adventure. It's bloody worth it. And hell of a time.
It was a good time, man. If you haven't seen the video, go and check it out because old Hoity J, I was genuinely freaking out about being off-road and the huge holes, massive divots and hills and so forth. Beautiful car to drive.
Yeah, dominated it.
Beautiful car to drive. Hey, heaps coming up after 5 o'clock as Keyzie and I kind of hoe down into the gig tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We're convinced that Mogi's actually gone away today so that he can prepare himself for tomorrow night's gig because he's been so blasé and, it's cool, I'm just going to wing it. But I actually think he's furiously typing away at home going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
I think he is as well. So if you don't know what we're talking about, tomorrow night we've got to do a 5-minute stand-up gig each as part of the comedy festival. It's sold out, so it's going to be a full house, which I'm nervous about. I'm also worried about a few things, including hecklers.
Sure.
Hoity J, and I know you're an experienced comic, mate, so I wouldn't mind getting some advice around that sort of situation too after 5.
No worries, Keyzie, let's do it.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're getting through your Tuesday tickety-boo. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Actually, that wasn't bad, Keyzie.
I was trying to do the voice of two of us.
Yeah.
Very hard to do.
For those of you just joining us, no Mogi today. He's away doing stuff, but he's going to be back tomorrow. We suspect, as we've chatted about previously, that he's actually freaking out about the gig tomorrow night at the Classic Comedy and Bar, and he's going away and furiously trying to write new material.
Because he was telling yesterday, he was like, you know what, I might just get up there and wing it, fellas.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, yeah, will
trying
ya?
to be all Kaz.
Yeah.
This is the thing you need to know about Mike. He's got to be he's got to be the winner on the night.
Yeah, and he will be.
He will be too.
He's
probably.
actually, to be honest, he texted me and did ask me if I had any spare material.
Did he do that to you, did he?
Yeah. Did he do it to you as well?
Yeah. God. Yeah.
I actually gave him some shockers.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Actually, some real dudes. Hey, now listen, yesterday I had a new sweaty.
Sorry?
A new hoodie. A
new sweaty.
Yeah. Which was given to us by the good bastards at New Balance.
It was to replace your old weird hoodie
hoodies.
because they
Yeah.
noticed that you're wearing a really, really old New Balance one from about the 80s.
Yes, and so they sent us that, and we put it out there on the Instagram. Is this hoodie too big for me? Because my wife said to me, no, that's how they're supposed to look. And I was like, nah, it feels like it's too big.
Yeah.
So we put it to the people of New Zealand. What did they say, Keyzie?
You could vote on the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram story. Is Hoity J's cool hoodie too big for him? 72% of people said no.
Oh, good.
So it does fit you. It is a baggy fit, though.
Yes.
And I know you like it a bit tighter, but I think it looks pretty cool and pretty hip.
Good stuff, Keyzie.
Yeah, man.
Hey, coming up, we've got to discuss the comedy gig that we're about to do.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, he's Face No More.
Okay.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
In excess there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 13 minutes past 5 o'clock.
Now, people that listen to the show regularly will know that tomorrow night, myself, you, Hoodie J, and Mogi, and if Mogi doesn't show up, Pugsan, we're each doing a 5-minute stand-up set.
He actually showed me some of his stuff today, mate. Even if Mogi does turn up, I want Pugsan to do some.
Oh, because I came in, he was wearing the chef's hat and
he's got
the
the chef's
apron.
hat, yeah, the apron and the trick with the knives and stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
And the kimono.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was so... I'm like, regardless,
Yeah.
Pugsan, you've got to do it.
Yeah. We'll
Regardless.
definitely find a way for him to do that because New Zealand needs to see it. But one thing I've noticed about you, Hoodie J, and you're obviously someone who's done this for like a long time.
Hell yeah,
Like a
Keyzie.
long time. So
For
long.
Years and years, mate.
Yeah, and you're putting on this sort of facade like, oh, this is just another day at the office for old Hoodie J.
Sure.
Yeah, but I can tell you're nervous. Like, I can tell you're very nervous.
Right.
And so I don't want you to sort of...
Are there sort of things that I'm doing that may suggest that I'm nervous?
Yeah, well,
too?
if you just relax, all right? I just want to try and chill you out a bit.
Okay.
Because I know it's a big day tomorrow.
Sure.
Right, some soothing music that Pugsan has found for me.
Weirdly enough, this is the sort of music I use when I'm edging.
I've been doing some...
So I'm actually quite relaxed now, Keyzie, but in a different kind of way.
Yeah. I've been doing some research into helping people deal with nervousness because you reek of nervousness.
I reek of it, do I? Yeah.
Here you go. 5 signs someone is nervous. Sleep problems.
Tick.
That's a tick. Irritability.
Well.
Well, I'll just tick that one. Pacing around.
Tick.
Nervous energy.
Wait, you'd be a better judge of that than me, Keys. I don't see myself.
Pugsan, can you put 2 ticks next to that one? Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Pugsan.
The last one here says constipation or diarrhea, but I don't want to pry.
Oh, let's not get into steamers, Keyzie.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll be honest with you, it's going to feature heavily in my show tomorrow.
All I want you to do, Jase, is just relax, man, because we're all in it together.
Yeah.
All right? I know that you haven't done it in a while, and I know that, you know, a lot of your jokes from back in the day have probably aged poorly, and you're worried about that.
Sure.
Because that's kind of the thing you did.
Keyzie,
was the racist humour. And I just want you to know that we're all in it together. Me, you, Mogi, probably Pugsan at the end closing.
Yeah, well, seriously, once I saw Pugsan with his Ginsu knives and stuff, and his
so
chef's
good.
hat and his kimono. But it's very perceptive of you, Keyzie, and I am very nervous.
You are?
I'm really, really nervous, man, and I'll tell you why.
Why is that, man?
I found out after the show yesterday, and I didn't realise this, the show tomorrow night doesn't start till like 8:30.
Yeah, late show. Yeah,
and it
man.
goes for 90 minutes with an interval.
10 o'clock,
And
yeah.
I'm like, Mogi and I are not going to be awake then, man.
Oh, right. So that's why you're nervous.
Totes.
I thought you were nervous because you were going to bomb.
Oh, no, I'll kill. But
Oh.
I mean, I'm just worried I'm not going to stay awake. That's about an hour and a half past our bedtime, mate.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Do you want to be shifted up the order? Because at the moment, it goes Brendan's opening, Brendan Lovegrove.
Yeah, well, there's an hour in and of itself.
And then Pugsan does a quick little 10-minute warm-up. And
Yes.
then a few comics. And then we come on, do our 3, and then a few more comics.
Yeah, well, if I can go first, I'll be stoked with that.
Okay, well, we'll ask Pugsan to move, although he's pretty staunch about his set.
Yeah,
and
true.
he kind of warms up the audience. So,
Yeah, sure,
you know what I
true.
mean? So, oh, okay, well, if it's just because of that, then that's fine.
Thanks, mate.
Maybe have coffee or something.
What, now?
No, tomorrow,
Oh,
just to
right.
stay up, yeah. Actually, I am a wee bit worried about hecklers.
Sure.
Have you had experience with hecklers?
No, not really, because they usually just laugh in their asses
Oh,
off.
righto.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Placebo there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. You know, we were talking about the gig tomorrow night, Keyzie, and you were saying I seem a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Can I just say, and I don't want to freak you out, I feel the same way about you. I'm
Right.
looking at you and feeling like I'm getting total freak-out vibes from you.
Right, because I'm pretty sure I'm just big chillin' over here.
Oh,
Like, I don't know if you know this, but I did one gig last year.
Yeah.
So this is very
I
much...
saw it, and that's why I think you're freaking out, you know. And when I came into work today, actually, Pugsan took me aside and he said, just go easy on little Keyzie today. 'cause
Did he say that?
Yeah, because he's a bit he's a bit toey, so
Right.
don't prod him too much, or he might.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
That's a cat, right?
Yeah, it's a cat,
Yeah,
man,
okay.
yeah.
It sounds like when you open your fridge at home, it makes that same
Similar
noise.
sound, actually.
To be honest, Jase, the one thing and this is one thing that's been a mental barrier of mine to actually fully pursuing stand-up.
Sure. Well, there's a lot, but that's one of them. Yeah, sure.
Right. I mean, I just thought, for me personally, I thought it was this one thing.
Yes.
Heckling.
Yeah.
How often does it happen?
Can I just say, to be honest, not a lot, but you're going to get a shitload.
Well, now I am. Now that you've said
You
that.
know, and I don't want people who are listening to the show at the moment, who may be going to the gig tomorrow, to go to the gig and
Don't you dare.
specifically heckle Keyzie. That's just not on, okay? I won't have it. So if you are listening to the show now and going to the gig tomorrow, no heckling Keyzie, please.
All right, well, I'm not doing my set now.
And I
This is
certainly
bullshit.
won't be bringing night and day vouchers if someone does heckle him. All right?
Because seriously, I'm going to be effed off if I get constantly heckled. Although it's quite funny.
Yeah.
It is quite funny. But how in your experience, because you know a lot of actually successful comics as well,
Sure.
how did they used to deal with hecklers?
Well, my mate Brendan Ludgrove, he's a master at it.
Right.
He deduces them. And a lot of his comebacks you can't say on air, let me say this.
Right, okay.
One of his classics would be, and he'd go, mate, I don't come to your work and give you shit while you're flipping burgers.
Yeah, right.
You know
okay,
what I mean?
nice.
Put them in their place type of thing.
Yeah.
One of the ones I used was, mate, when you were born, they didn't slap you, they slapped your mother. Yeah. There was another one I used, but it was a bit racist.
Yeah, you said that one off there, and I was
Yeah.
like, do not say that.
Yeah.
And is it a smart thing to have a few sort of in the chamber ready to go? But then you might accidentally say one that doesn't make sense, and then you've made it worse.
Yeah. Look, my concern for you, Keyzie, is your head's already massively clogged up.
What do you mean?
And that
This isn't an asthma joke, is it?
It's going to be a stumble fest. Actually, just on that, bring your nebulizer, because
I don't have a nebulizer. I have an inhaler.
I don't want you having some sort of asthma attack backstage before you
Right.
go on stage.
So is there a world where someone is heckling me, right, and it's really good and it's funny and then everyone laughs and then I just say nice work and then carry on? Or do I have to put them in their place? Because, what if it's really funny?
What? Well, yeah, and that's the problem that you've got. Normally, for a comedian, I'd say no, put them in your place. But my concern for you would be that if you hit back, you'll look stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And the dude that's heckling you will be the funny bastard.
Is it a dude? Is that a bit sexist, don't you think?
Well, possibly, but I imagine there'll probably be a few dudes listening to the show right now that'll going to be there tomorrow night. It'll got a few in the chamber.
Jase, stop encouraging people to do this, all right?
No worries, mate. But I tell you what, Pug's son, he's not going to be heckled. They're going to be mesmerised by his comedy.
We've just heard
genius.
word he is in fact doing a 10-minute set at the start.
So
It's
good.
going to be so good. So get there early to see Pugson.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Pearl Jam there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. If you're just joining us, by the way, no Mogi today. He'll be back tomorrow, so do not fear. Actually, just on the Pearl Jam, Keyzie, I've been listening to their latest album, Dark Matter. Have you listened to it yet?
I've only listened to that single, Dark Matter, which I quite like.
Yeah. It was interesting because I had it on in the car, so I listened to it the first time. I didn't like it.
Right.
I went, oh, no. I was really kind of...
Pearl Jam's one of yours and Mogi's favourite all-time
I love
bands.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
They're my heyday band, and I think they're superb. And so I was kind of really bummed out about that. I was disappointed. But fortunately, it turns out to be one of those albums, well, from my perspective anyway, where I went back a second time and actually went, oh, hang on. And now I've gone back a third time and gone, okay.
Right, so you rate it.
So I rate it now.
Nice.
It's pretty good because, often when bands go on and on, like your Rolling Stones, they just get worse and worse.
Yeah. Wow. Yes, the Rolling Stones is my all-time favourite band, so don't do
Sure.
a drive-by on them, thank you very much.
Hey, no, Keyzie, I want to get your opinion on something. And it's something that people don't talk about, and I think people should.
Okay.
It's one of those, I wouldn't call it like a taboo subject.
Oh, really? Okay.
But it's
on the
just-
fringes.
It's on the fringes of taboo. And because my wife and I
Yeah.
went for a lovely walk on Piha Beach on Saturday morning. 'cause
Oh,
she
nice.
was a beautiful morning. And there were crap loads of dogs on the beach. And
Did you have your dog?
no.
Okay.
Because she barks so bad in the car that a 20-minute ride with her would send me insane.
Right, okay.
And so he got there, and there's one thing I've noticed, and it's also something I've noticed with people walking their dogs around my neighbourhood.
Yeah.
Is about 20 to 30% of the people that walk their dogs around the neighbourhood dress their dogs.
Oh, little,
in like sort of Pugsan kind of cardies and stuff.
Oh, like a little sweater.
Yeah, like a little sweater.
Right.
And I know that we pride ourselves on the show about being backbones, and everyone that listens to the show is a backbone.
Of course.
And it just doesn't feel very backbone to me to have, little doggies wearing or even big dogs wearing little vesties.
I think it is weird because usually they'll put a sweater on a dog if they've recently had it groomed, and they've shaved most of their fur. The fur that is designed to keep them warm has been shaved off.
Yeah, well, look, if you're talking about a horse in a paddock and it's pissing with rain, they have those sort of tents they put over them, basically.
Yeah.
I understand that, but these stupid little, vests and so forth.
Yeah.
Because that's part of kind of Kiwiness, isn't it? A man and his dog.
What about women and their dogs?
Oh, women and their dogs too.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. I'm just interested to know what other people feel about that.
How about this? The other day I was out getting an ice cream.
Yeah.
It was a Friday night. My wife and I had dinner. It was lovely. We got an ice cream. A lady walked in with a cat on a leash, and the cat was wearing a little outfit.
Yeah, you see,
And she was 23, I'd say 23. Good-looking girl.
Yeah.
And had her boyfriend with her, who was, I don't think, stoked to be getting an ice cream with a cat in a vest.
Sure.
So, actually, here's a good text that's come through on 3483. Vests for chickens. They look quite funny.
Oh, no, I definitely can see it on a chicken.
Like a chicken in a waistcoat?
Yeah.
Like, that's funny.
Yeah, totally. Well, I'm just curious to know what other people think about it, whether it's ridiculous and non-backboney or they think it's terrific.
Yeah, well, get in touch, 0800 Hodaki, or you can text us on 3483. What do you think? I did also see, and this is ridiculous, you'll love this, there was a dog wearing a filthy cap and an old hoodie. Yeah, okay. And I was like, oh my God, who dresses their dogs like that? Do you have no respect for your animals?
It's Super Groove.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
AC/DC, Pug's just saying from Studio B he's going to go breast tonight, Keyzie.
Yeah, he's making a chicken sagwala.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious, actually.
Oh, is that what he was talking about?
Yeah, he was talking about what's for tea in New Zealand.
Oh, right, yeah. That's coming up after 6 o'clock, by the way. Text us 3483. Let us know what's on your dinner plate.
Yeah, say who you are, where you're from as well, and everyone that texts through on 3483 in the draw for $50 night and day vouchers. We've got a stack, so you may as well get into it.
Totally, mate. What special is it today?
Oh, you'll have to wait until the 6 o'clock, the top of 6 there. That's where we unveil the daily night and day special.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because we're currently still running yesterday's special.
Yeah, very nice. Also, of course, what's on the TV with Mike Minogue? Are you still going to do that?
Yeah, I reckon what we do is we get Pugsan in, because he loves telly.
Yes, that's true.
And then he can tell us about his...
from what I'm hearing, he never gets time to watch telly with all his shagging.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. You'll realise, of course, that was only two of us. Smokey not here today, but good news is he'll be back tomorrow, Keyzie.
He certainly will. And more good news, Night and Day, they've got your caffeine fix sorted. You can head in there, $4.50 barista-made coffee. It's delicious. And also you can get a coffee card. Sixth one is always free.
Sure, man. Now, what a lot of people will probably know about The Big Show is we look after each other, don't we, Keyzie?
Massively.
We're a family here on The Big Show, and... well, let's just say one of the members of our family, we've been a little bit concerned about him.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to, I guess, have a bit of a chit-chat to him today while Mogi was away.
Yeah, and we did it on the podcast outro, and Mogi was away. I think this played a hand in it.
Yes.
Because he knew that we had to have this conversation, and we do bandy the term rogue stallion around a lot, but I think Pugsan of late has been too much of a rogue stallion.
Yeah, I think so. And as evidenced by his huge consumption of rubber joeys.
Yeah. Here's a clip from the old podcast about it today.
My worry is that now you've reached a point where you're putting on like 3 joeys.
And then you pull one off.
Well, it triples the safety, doesn't it, when
Wow.
you layer them?
But you're like ripping one off and then ripping the next one off and then doing it to save time
That
almost.
seems counterproductive
It's
when you
massive
think about
counterproductive,
logistically.
Yeah, the first one's just...
Yeah, that's not.
It's so good. Anyway, man, does your mum still listen to this podcast?
Yeah, she does. I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Actually, his mum rang me in tears the other night, Keyzie. Hey, what's for Team New Zealand? Text us 3483. We'll get into that next.
That's right. Every text on 3483 in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The Lemonheads there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. The time is 9 minutes past 6 o'clock, which means it's time for...
Oh, yeah, hey guys, text here from Steve. What's for Team New Zealand? With me, Keyzie.
Actually, just on the podcast outro today, you had pork mince last night, didn't you, Keyzie?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
I'm
Don't be ashamed.
I'm having pork mince tonight. A stir fry, genuinely. Pork mince stir fry with like peanuts and stuff in it.
See, it feels wrong to do a mince and a stir fry.
Have you had it though?
Oh, look, I tend to go for your more quality cut of meat.
There's a text here on 3483. Someone's brought up a really good point. Hey, fellas. What's for Team New Zealand with Keyzie is my favourite segment, and I know that it's only on Mondays. Why is it on tonight? What's that about? Cheers. And that's from Tanya.
It's a good question, actually.
Yeah, so I don't know. What's your
Tanya Harding?
That's from Tanya Harding.
Right,
Tanya.
Yeah. You were like, can we do What's for Team New Zealand tonight? And I was like, yes, Keyzie, yes.
Was that what it was?
And I'm really tired, and I was like, yeah, whatever you want, kiddo.
Right. Is it, Mogie's not here, Mogie's not here, can I do it?
Yeah, fill your boots, Keyzie.
Right, okay, because I remember you begging me to do it. And here's why, New Zealand. G'day, fellas. Emily and Rolleston here in Christchurch. Having corned beef, mashed taties, cauliflower, and broccoli and peas and mustard sauce.
Yeah, don't mind that.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good, actually.
We get nippy down in Christchurch this time of year as well.
Yeah, will be.
Such a nice winter warmer. G'day, flowers. Animal here from Taranaki.
Animal from the Muppets.
Animal from the Muppets.
Right.
I've just
Or an animal from the zoo.
No, it's from the Muppets.
Right.
G'day, flowers. Animal here from the Muppets / Taranaki. I've just put down my drumsticks and I'm having crabs with a side of cottage cheese. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird.
I always think of cottage cheese as like kind of smegma.
Do you reckon he's making a joke about downstairs with crabs and cottage? Yeah, I've let another one through there. Damn it.
Damn it.
G'day, Flowers. Brad here from Christchurch. G'day, Flowers. Brad Pitt here from Christchurch. Corn fritters tonight with my special sauce.
Oh, I think you let another one through there,
Did I?
Keyzie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
What about this? This is actually a really great text. You ready for it?
Yeah, man.
G'day, Flowers. Nothing for dinner. The kids have already eaten. I'm sitting in the car park of the local swim school, banging away on my laptop, listening to you roosters, waiting for the little legend to finish. You like that?
Well, it's not food related.
No,
he's just
I know.
I mean, he's just wasted my time. He's wasted your time.
Well, I don't think they've wasted our time.
You know what I mean? I don't need. I mean, if you're not going to talk about food on What's for Tea for New Zealand with me, Keyzie, don't bother.
Right. Okay.
I mean, that's sort of.
Because I was going to send that person a voucher.
No, not on my watch. You won't.
Okay. All right. Well, last one here, and I'll end on a goodie. All right. You ready for this one, man?
Sure, man. I see the front, Keyzie.
G'day, Flowers. Shepherd's pie tonight and a glass of Merlot. That's from Paul.
Glover. Tito.
It's from Paul Tito.
Right, okay. Loves his Merlot. Tits.
Yeah, isn't he on your, he's your hall pass, isn't he, Paul Tito?
Oh, absolutely. Any day of the week.
That's a callback from about a year and a half ago. Up next, what's on tally without Mike Minogue?
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Weezer there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening, but right now it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue. Yeah. Obviously, no Mike Minogue today, fellas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we got old Rubber Joey Pugson.
It's not becoming a thing.
Yeah,
right?
it is,
We're
man.
not doing that.
Oh, it's just jokes there, man. It's all G.
It's all G, Pugson, man.
G,
Simmer down,
man.
brother.
Now, listen, so since you're sitting in Mogie's seat, you kick us off there, Pugson. What are you watching at the moment? Obviously, some pretty hardcore stuff with all the Joeys you're going through.
Yeah, Pugson.
Seinfeld.
Wow. I see what he's doing.
That's not a joke. I did not know that I was filling in today on this. I have been blasting Seinfeld.
Right.
Oh, right.
And it actually comes from inspiration of you and Mike, and you would have seen it as well. I just figure it's quite an important thing for me to watch.
I've got to make a confession here to both of you, actually, and to Mogie as well. I've never really watched Seinfeld. You know, I'll have a little tutu with it occasionally, a bit of a fiddle, if you like, but
Right.
I've never sat down and gone, yeah, let's do Seinfeld.
But Jase-
and I get Keyzie that it is very funny. But then Jerry Seinfeld said some things of late, and I don't like him.
No, I agree with what you're saying.
I agree with what you're saying.
What Seinfeld, though, the TV show itself, the reason I told you ages ago to watch it was because it basically set the standard for sitcoms.
It did.
Which is why it's a cool thing to watch if you're interested in the comedy, you know?
Yes, and
Yeah.
what I love about it is their description of it, which was it's a show about nothing.
Yeah, which is
you know,
great.
when they went to the execs, they said, "What's the show about?" And they said, "It's a show about nothing." And I think that's a great premise for a comedy show.
Absolutely.
But having said that, I don't watch it. I did an interesting thing last night where my wife and I,
Okay.
anyway, we were scrolling through there, and I just hate the process of choosing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just got to the point for me where it's just got so bad it's doing my head in.
Paralysis by analysis.
Well, exactly. And I've got so bad on that front, by the way, that if I don't like the opening music of a show, I can it. That's how picky I've got. And I stumbled across an old series which is utterly magnificent called Bloodline.
Yes.
And I said to my wife, we both loved it. Shall we do this again?
How long ago?
Oh, about 2 years ago.
Right.
And so I did the same thing with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I loved it,
I
yeah.
went, okay, I'm prepared to go back. It was so good, I'm going to watch it again. Bloodline was that good, about an American family. It's got Kyle Chandler, Ben Mendelsohn, Chloe Sevigny.
Linda Cardellini.
Yes, Cardellini. But it's a show about an American family in Miami, and it just ratchets up every single episode. It's magnificent. The acting is magnificent. The writing is magnificent. If you've never seen it, 5 stars from Woody J.
Where'd you watch it?
Netflix.
I'm going to watch it, Jase.
Yes, good on you.
It's on Netflix. I'm going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch it.
Oh.
Because you'll be watching Seinfeld, no doubt.
Nah, I'm
Or
not.
Country Calendar, Keyzie.
I watched an episode last night of Seinfeld. No, it was today, actually, whilst eating lunch. That I thought, okay, we're at the part now where it gets too silly in the latest seasons. A very silly premise involving Kramer wanting to import Cubans into America, Cuban cigars. But then Jerry goes to help pick up the Cubans, and they're actual Cuban people. And then it turns out they're actually Dominicans pretending to be Cubans. And then there's this whole thing about how you've got to have proper Cubans. And it's just too silly for me.
Bit racist, too.
Yeah, it was a bit
really.
racist.
Yeah, that is a bit
Yeah,
racist.
And then they end up
just go
working,
easy on
Especially
that,
with Kramer
Keyzie.
doing that.
Oh.
Well, come on, man.
Oh,
Sorry, fellas.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
block party there on the radio. Hodaki big show this Tuesday evening. How you feel? We're getting closer and closer to tomorrow night, Keyzie. You fired up, mate, for the comedy festival?
Yeah, the comedy festival. We are each doing 5 minutes of stand-up at the Classic Comedy All-Stars hosted by Brendan Lovegrove. So I'm at the stage now. We talked about this already earlier in the show, but I have my set.
Yes.
I know how I'm starting it. I know the middle. I know how I'm finishing it. Now I'm just trying to put it all into my brain so that it links together and I don't forget anything.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's how do you remember back in the day when you were doing it? How do you remember your stuff?
Well, this is a really difficult thing for me, as I was saying before the show. When I used to do stand-up comedy, I was steamed most of the time.
Right.
So remembering stuff, it didn't really matter to me because I was steamed. You know
So
what I mean?
hang on, but how would that work?
Because you were saying you're going to have your normal 6 to 8 beersies.
6 is the sweet spot, yeah.
Six is a sweet spot.
Yeah.
So by doing that, you reach a point where you no longer care, Keyzie.
No, but I do care though.
Oh, right.
So the situation. So how would you even if you're steamed? Do you just get up there and people? Do you even have the set in mind that you're going to do, or do you just go, "I'll see what happens"?
I just wing it, man, and that's what I'm going to do with the set tomorrow. You know, I think the mistake that you're making is being prepared.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think there's nothing worse than a stand-up comic going up there and reading like a script out.
I'm not reading a script out.
I know.
I'm delivering it as though it's just off the cuff.
Sure.
It's going to be super chill and laid
but
back,
people
man.
see through that, man.
Nah.
I mean, when you say you're reading it like it's just
It's
off
going
the
to be chill,
cuff,
man. Yeah, I've just thought of it.
But they'll be sensing the tension in your buttocks and in your body and the way, because when you're really freaking out, because I know you really well, Keyzie,
Do you?
there's a certain look you get on. It's kind of goofy, so I think it'll
Yeah.
work. But listen, mate, as you say, 5 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
You know, you tell a couple of gags, you piss off, have a few more beersies.
But the thing is, like, the way I'm finishing my set, it finishes with a particular joke that needs to involve me
All the stuff you've said previously.
hitting certain things throughout.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the end of it doesn't make sense.
Well, look, I'm telling you, that'll never happen.
What?
You remembering all the stuff before?
Oh, you don't think it'll happen at all?
No, because you'll freak out.
Right.
And you'll drop one of them, and then you'll get the anxiety attack.
Yeah, okay.
And heart palpitations and the cold sweat and
Yeah.
the white noise in your ears with the lights blaring down on you and about 300 people staring at you, and you'll just blank.
Well, if you'd like to come see that, it is sold out. The Classic Comedy All-Stars. It's sold out for tomorrow night. However, it is still available every single night while the whole comedy festival is on. Heaps of great comedians who know what they're talking about. Head to comedyfestival.co.nz. Brendan Lovegrove is emceeing all this week, and then all next week it's Ben Hurley. So a couple of A-graders there. Is it too late?
But having said that, Keyzie,
What?
you'll be steamed.
Oh, yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Tuesday show done and dusted. Mogi will be back tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, of course, the big gig at the Classic there. What's it called? Comedy All-Stars.
That's right. Classic Comedy All-Stars. 5 minutes of stand-up from the three of us.
Yes, and if you want a ticket to that for tomorrow night, tough titties.
Sold out.
You're not going to get one. Now, Keyzie, I was going to ask what you're going to do tonight, but I think I know.
What's that?
Because I know that your wife's away playing sport.
Just playing squash, yeah.
Yeah, squash, and it's your only opportunity to play PlayStation.
Yeah.
You'll probably hoe through a big bag of cheese balls in that time as well. And then I imagine you'll have a fitful, sweaty sleep worrying about tomorrow night. You'll probably be up around 12 to do a midnight steamer. You'll probably eat another big bag of cheese balls and then get a fitful couple of hours of rest at the end of the night.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm just going to chill. You know, just relax.
Lucky, man. Yeah, because you've done so many gigs, man. You're not even worried, eh?
Yeah,
This is just another day at the office,
Yeah,
eh, Hoity
yeah.
J? Man,
Yeah, you
so
know,
cool.
It is. You're right, Keyzie. When you've done as many gigs and been as successful as I have,
Yeah.
and just hilarious.
Wait, question. You know how you're a really good comic?
Yeah.
Why don't you do it anymore? Whereas, like, all the people you used to do it with, they've got, like, really successful careers.
What, doing comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, getting paid tens of dollars.
Yeah, but they're still doing it.
Yeah, true. Well, who knows? I mean, after I wrap up the radio, I may go back to it.
Yeah.
You
When
know
are you
what I
wrapping
mean?
it up?
I'm gonna, you know, my wife and I are going to buy a caravan, cash up, and just cruise around the country, and I'll do gigs that way.
That sounds...
In like local pubs.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'll come watch you.
Hey, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show tonight. Thanks for your company. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Till then, see you later.
See you later, and enjoy Greg Preble on The Night Show.